you, girl. I'm real happy to see that. My God. Damn, no birds in here? No, she was just talking now. Hey man, if you think she's a bad person for getting scammed, you heard her. He wasn't just a Nigerian. He was a super Nigerian. Isn't that what you call him? A super Nigerian? You gotta watch out for them super Nigerians. They'll get them fucking Amazon cards off you. I'll tell you what, man. Alright, I'm not gonna do much of this much shit anymore. You guys ready for another comic? We gotta be at work in 25 minutes, and we better fucking hurry this shit up. Alright, here we go. God damn, man. I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, Jesus Christ, is it Saturday already? I missed the goddamn Dodger game. I was supposed to go to that damn thing. Fucking hey, man. I'm kidding. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to the Dodger game. I can't afford to go to the fucking spectrum fucking on my feet. I don't know what just happened there. Something popped. Are we good? Alright, cool. Was that my brain or was that the microphone? I'm not really sure. Did you hear it? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I'm not losing my shit. Hey, don't go away. We got another comic coming up. Come to the stage. We got a great friend of mine. I want you guys to make a ton of noise and stick around for Jessica Alani!
Girls do just want to have fun. That's it. That's all we want. Why people make it so complicated? That's it. It's in a song. God. Today's been wild, it's been weird, it's been interesting, but for me, it's been a great day. It's NBA draft day, and as a Spurs fan, for any NBA fans here, we fucking nailed it.
Go Lakers!
Also a great day for me because I was hiking Brendan Canyon today with my little dog and I had headphones on, and someone mistaked me for a white woman, and I was like, oh, my privilege, thank you. I appreciate that. That was great. I'm not white, I'm just entitled, so that's what that is. I am Mexican, which is shocking because I have future PTA president energy, you know? Like, I look like my best friends are named Amber and Brandy, and I get that. I get that. But I am Mexican, and I did not realize so many people thought I was white until I moved to LA. It shocked me, I had no idea. I moved to LA and people were like, oh, let me talk to you about your chakras. I was like, what? Babe, are you saying chakras? What are you talking about right now? What are you talking about? Chakras. And I would say like Los Feliz, and they were like, it's Los Feliz. Like, don't try so hard, they don't care. I'm like, they is me. As a future PTA president, I care about that. What are you talking about? Most fans. No, they always, if you don't look like your parents had to get a green card to get here, people have questions. They're like, well, what part of Mexico is your family from? I'm like, well, the Texas part of Mexico. That's where we're from. We're from there. Or they're always like, well, do you speak Spanish? And I'm like, obviously, babe. Like, how else would I order my grande coffees at Starbucks? Obviously, I speak Spanish, you know? No, I'm what you technically call a no sabo kid. También? Okay. A no sabo kid means that I don't speak Spanish, but I grew up in the culture and I am Mexican, you know? And like, so essentially, I can't carry a conversation, but I can carry grudges. You know, I don't know how to speak Spanish, but I do know how to be a toxic girlfriend. That is important, and I did one time though, a guy on Hinge, he was like, oh, is English your second language? And I was like, oh my God, he can sense that I'm a Spanish speaker, I love it. And I asked why he thought that, and he was like, well, it's because you misspelled so many words. I was like, oh. Yeah, English is my second language, but my first is disappointing men. That's good. No, I grew up in Texas. Are anybody Texas? Heard of it? It's a big state, big ego, big problems, right? I grew up in Texas. I'm Mexican. Most people don't believe it, which is really fun for me here. Okay, so I am single right now. I'm gonna go there. I'm single, which is fun. I do have a dog from a past relationship, which is kind of weird to have, because it always makes it a little interesting. I do have a little Chiweenie, and if you don't know what a Chiweenie is, it's half Chihuahua, half Dachshund. Small dog, that's what that means. If you're like, I visually don't know what that means, it's me, but in dog form. It's just like a tiny little thing there. They're usually found in toxic Mexican households. That's where you can find those. I have a Chiweenie dog, and we're kind of the same. Like, we both have little legs that can't keep up in public. People like to pat us on the head and say, like, you make me feel tall. And we both like to be loud and aggressive until someone picks us up, and then we're like, we're good, thank you, we appreciate it, thank you. That's, me and my dog are the same kind of thing. It's great. I love it. Do you have dogs? Do you have dog people? So you're like, girl, I get it, I get the sharpness, I get it. Isn't it the worst? I hate when people, whenever anybody greets me, the first thing they say to me is like, oh, you make me feel tall. I'm like, I am so glad that is what I did for you. Thank you. I'm glad that's my existence in life, I guess. I don't know. I'm dating right now, right? So I'm single, and being single is fun. I'm really good at it. Also embarrassing. It's a little bit embarrassing because when you go out to dinner with your couple of friends, it gets a little weird. When you're like, the server comes up and they're like, how are we splitting this? And someone speaks up. It's never you because no one ever trusts a single person to make decisions. One of the couples speaks up and they're like, we're together, and she's on her own tab. And I'm like, why did you say that? Just move me into yours and my mom will Venmo you later. Come on. Don't do that. Are you kidding me? Or like when we're at a bar and they start like taking shots and want to like dance with each other, and then you have to go home with the bartender, like that's embarrassing. God, I hate that. And people like to act like they're little fortune cookies, and they're like, well, you know, when you least expect it, it'll happen. The last time I wasn't expecting something to happen was March of 2020, and even then, I kind of fucking had an idea. Like I thought something was gonna happen. Or they'll be like, enjoy this season of your life. And I'm like, thanks, Panda Express. I didn't know, thank you. I appreciate that. Stupid. Least expected. I'm single, right? So dating is a little difficult for my people, which is short people. It's a little hard because I love being short. I do. I love being petite. It's cute. Like, I've never had to worry about an airplane seat in my life. Sorry for everyone else here. Never had to worry about that. I get to buy my clothes in the kids section. Well, same size, same style, or half the price. And they sometimes have lights, which is great for pose. No, that's fun. But like, there are downsides. It's not all rainbows and legroom when you're small. It's not all rainbows and legroom. Like, we can't wear hats. Because hats are meant to cover everything that's above you, right? But you know what else is above me? Every one of you, everybody is above me. I already have to look up when I'm talking to people, but you throw a hat on top of that, and that's just looking up, back, like, can you say that louder for the crowd down here? Like, it's not great. And like, touching the floor when you sit in the seat, collectively, how nice that is for you guys. I don't fucking get to do that. I can't do that. For me, when I sit in a chair, it's just a toddler kicking her legs back and forth at snack time, right? You're just like, where are we? What is happening? No, it's not great. And like concerts, have you ever seen one? No, ma'am, we have not. That's just a podcast. That's just a podcast. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on there. It's not the same. Not the same. But I like it, but I want my kids to be tall. I want them to have an opportunity I didn't have, you know? So I gotta date people who are tall. That's a struggle. That's a struggle there. Like, I don't want to do it, you know? Because I gotta work with the averages. Like, if I'm 4'11", and they're 6'2", like, we get what, like 5.5? That's where we would net out? That would be, no. So I gotta do, but, like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to date the tall, strong, handsome guy. No. Ew, gross. No, I don't want to do that. 6 and me and a 6'2" man, like dating, holding hands, like that's weird to walk, you know, like kissing, set. I don't want to do it, but I will. I'll make that over and over again. Just for my kids, for my future kids, so that they have a chance at reaching the top shelf in their apartment. That's what I want for them. That's what I want for them. So it's tough being single. People are always like, what kind of guys do you date? And I'm like, let me paint a picture for you. The kind of guys I date are the guys who drive old Honda Civics, where the hood of their car does not match the rest of their car. The color of that is black and the rest of the car is white. Like that's, unfortunately, my type of Mexican. That's what I do. I do though, I want to date differently. I want to date tall guys who are smart. I think that's the what I'm going to date now. Like I just want someone who I can look to and say, is it affect or defect? And they would be able to answer. That's what I want. I want that. Someone who's able to spell Wednesday without having to say Wednesday. That's what I want. That's what I want. And it's a tall order. It's a tall order. Someone who will pick me up when I'm angry and I'll be like, I'm fine. That's what I want. Also, someone to send nudes to, I think. Someone else mentioned that earlier. I don't know, it was hours ago. But someone else mentioned that. I do. I think it'd be fun to send nudes to somebody. And I know people are always like, nudes, I don't know that. I'm like, they're boring, get out of here. Because, like, you know, they're like, well, Jessica, what if it ends up online? You could never run for political office. And I'm like, babe, I'm the Hunter Biden of my family. Are you kidding me? Like, I've got an arrest record and a punch card with my parent, dude. Like, that's not the thing that's going to take me out. Are you kidding me? Like, what if he passes it around to all his friends? I'm like, well, I'm single and I need a dinner date, so like, consider it a business card. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna pick me up from the airport? I don't know. Alright, I just wanted on that. Just colonies. Thank you guys for hanging out. This is great. Also, I love a mic stand that is taller than me.
Keep it going for Jessica on the days, everyone. Shoot the Lord with next time before she will love you. My bad. Oh, I like when you talk about your boyfriend with the Honda with the black, and you see that in a peripheral vision, you think it's a fucking pump. You know what I mean? You see that? You know what I'm talking about? I'm terrible at this accent.